Good morning. I just brought Doug out for his morning walk. It's cold today and she's having a wee. I think it's going to be a little bit windy, but I'm going to go out into Stockport and tell you a couple of bits about that place and some ghost stories. So just getting him out, and then we can get some breakfast sorted, and then I think my mum's going to come with me. I'm taking Doug, so I don't want to leave him. Lindsay's working. And he's just getting a bit paranoid about me leaving him, sort of thing, because he's been to my mum's a lot since he was a puppy. My mum used to puppy sit him, so he knows the air, he knows the house, he knows everything. He just doesn't want me to leave him. I think he's getting a little bit worried. He's following me everywhere, so I'm going to take him with me. So it won't be a very long walk, because obviously I have Doug with me, but I'll take you with us, and yeah, we'll go and explore a little bit of Stockport. Might do a little tiny bit of Christmas shopping for some Christmas gifts. But for now, I'm going to go and get my breakfast and get his breakfast too. I have brought you into Stockport town centre this morning, really local to where I've lived and everything. Been to Stockport hundreds and millions of times over the years, but there is a story on Wellington Road of a hitchhiking ghost. So the story goes that it's a woman and she was a biker, and she will summer lift from over here to any bikers coming along the road. There was a man who took her to Heaton Moor in that direction. On the back of his bike, he stopped, took her with him, got to where a household where he thought she was going to, stopped and she'd gone. So he knocked on the door, and apparently their daughter had died in a car crash. There is also another story. A man, it's unusual for people to thumb lifts off bikers, but she was stood there in dark clothing on the night time holding a helmet, thumbing a lift. So he stopped just up there to give her a lift, and he turned around and she'd gone, revved his engine, sat for a couple of minutes and waited, and she'd gone again. So this is the area where she apparently thumbs lifts off motorcyclists, not generally cars, but motorcyclists, which is a little bit spooky, isn't it? I've driven up and down this road many times at night. I've never seen anything. But yeah, I didn't know that, so I looked that up this morning and I thought I'd just come and show you. So this is Mersey Shopping Centre. It's a place where I've spent lots and lots of time as a teenager shopping. So I'm going to go and see the little Christmas markets in Stockport with my mum, who's just over there with Doug. Let's go and see what they're up to. Dougly! Did you miss me? Did you miss your mum? Hello.
It wasn't completely arrested. Too bad.
So as you can see, my mum's knitted him a nice new little jumper. So he's nice and toasty warm today. Are we going to the Christmas markets then, Doug? Looks like it, doesn't it? Look at the big Christmas teddy. I can't really recall very much because of the music, but there was one of them in that place we went to for the pizza with Lee, wasn't they? Seem to be quite popular in shopping centres. I do Yorkshire pudding wraps here, and they are only £7.50, which is considerably cheaper than the ones at Bakewell, which were 12 quid. So I thought that was a real big hike in expense, because every time I've been to the Christmas markets they've been about 7-8 quid, and £12 is a lot compared to that. But yeah, that must be the average price of them. It's just the ones at Bakewell were really expensive. These have been here as long as I can remember, but you never used to be able to see them, and it looks like they've done a bit of a regeneration project and cleaned them all up. Actually, they look really good. It's been a long time since I've been down to Stockport town centre. It's all very different. The reason the murals are here is because it used to be BHS, and obviously it's been going since 1934. I've dropped my mum and Doug off at the car because they're both tired. As you saw, my mum's on a breathing machine, so she can't walk very far for very long. So we just had a little moochie down to Mersey Square. They're going to sit and wait, and I'm going to go and investigate a couple more ghost stories. But first, I'm going to see if the toilets are still open. So I know where they used to be. Obviously, it's been a few years since I've been to Stockport, so I'm going to go and see if I can find them. Right near Primark. My hands are absolutely freezing. Didn't bring my gloves, so I'm going to go and see if I can get myself some gloves as well. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a little walk down to the local country park later on, so I'm definitely going to need my hat and my gloves. It's very cold today. 3 degrees it's saying on the car. It doesn't seem to be getting much warmer than that. Okay, gloves purchased. £1.50 for 2 pairs of touchscreen ones. Apparently I've not tried them on my phone yet. Let's go and see if these loos are still open, because I really need a wee now. Oh, there's boots there, and I really need some, what do you call it, Lipsil. My lips are quite chapped. Go and have a look. Looks like they've shut the toilets. Great, I'm going to have to hold on to my wee. So I'm going to go and scoot around and do these ghost things quite quickly because I am getting really desperate. The cold makes you worse for some reason. This is new. How pretty is that? Oh, I love that. Look at the big kingfisher. I think it's all made out of plastic. That's pretty cool. Just up there you've got the Stockport air raid shelter, which you can go and do tours. I think they're only doing them on a weekend though in the winter, so I won't be going and doing one because I've probably gone by Saturday or Sunday. Stockport, if you didn't know, was a town that was based on the River Mersey, and because of that it was rich in cotton making and hat making, and now it's, and then it came the Industrial Revolution, with the Industrial Revolution sort of thing, and now it's just like a market town, kind of not too far away from Manchester, so it's somewhere I came quite locally quite a lot as a child. I lived in Manchester and Stockport when I was younger. It's quite early still, there's lots of deliveries going on, so that's why you can hear all the beepy wagons. This staircase is known as Dutton Steps, and it's supposedly been a place in the 1900s where a pastor's daughter met a handsome young man who swept her off her feet, and he ended up being the devil. He touched a cross which was sewn into her dress and then stamped his hoof and tore off in a fury. And it's said that she went crazy and spent her life after that dancing to music that wasn't there. So this is the staircase just behind me. I've walked up and down here many times. That's a little creepy story for you, isn't it? So on kind of the top part of Stockport now, there's the church just over there. Then you can see my mum's part just behind there. So there's one more creepy place I'm going to visit, and I'm going to go quickly back to the car, quickly back to my mum's flat and get on the loo, because I'm disappointed them toilets are not open anymore. But I think I didn't expect them to be open. Loads of them seem to have closed down. There's not a lot open anymore, public toilets, is there? So this is Staircase House, which is reportedly one of Stockport's most haunted buildings. There's been reports of children's laughter in empty rooms, dark shadowy corners, creaky floorboards and all sorts. It's not open, so I can't go in. It's like a little museum-y type place. But yeah, I just wanted to come and have a quick look. I'm going to go for a little walk this afternoon because it looks like the sun's coming out. It might be a beautiful day, maybe cold, but still lovely for the winter. St Mary's chiming that it's 10 o'clock, I think. Time for me to head back to my mummy and get us all home in the warm. She can't stay out for too long. She's in the nice warm car with Doug. He can't stay out too long either, even though he's got his little jumper on. So yeah, time to rush back and get a hot cuppa before I go on a cold walk down to Reddish Vale. The little Christmas markets aren't really open yet because, as I said, we've come in quite early because we've got Doug in the vats this afternoon later on, so I wanted to get stuff done quick. But I'm thinking my sister's off work tomorrow, so we might go to Manchester Christmas markets and take you with us. I'm sure it won't be as busy because it's a Thursday, so we'll go on the bus and yeah, go and explore Manchester Christmas market. It's been a few years since we've been, so I'll see if that's what she wants to do. I'm going to get me a Yorkshire pudding wrap tomorrow. I think that's my plan for tomorrow. My mum won't come, it's just too cold for her, so it's time to get her back. That's my mum and my little man successfully installed in their nice warm flat. He's just lay on the sofa next to her. He's not actually even bothered that I've gone out. So it is rather cold, hat on, gloves on. I'm going for a walk down the Vale. So it's half an hour-ish walk from my mum's flat down into the dip. So yeah, I'm going to take you down there. I did come down here with my sister when I first come back to my mum's, when I first got Gladys, but obviously I've got a lot of different subscribers since then, so I'll take you and show you where we used to go and walk the dogs all the time when they were a lot younger. And this road they used to walk up and down quite regularly to come and see my mum, because I lived just at the bottom, just down one of the streets down there. So I've not been down Reddish Vale for about a year and a half. I don't know how much it's changed. There is a little story about the viaduct. Everybody that knows Stockport's There's the big viaduct that goes over the top of it. I'll tell you about that story once I get down there. My knee is okay. It's feeling the cold a little bit, so I'll see how we get on. It's a bit of a hill up and down, but I should be alright. So just down there to that street on the left is where I used to live. That was the place where we first got Daisy, actually. Already had Doug, but yeah, we got Daisy at that point. You used to be able to cut through here by the school field. So this field used to be open, you could walk the dogs on it. Now they've fenced it all off and turned it into like a school playground. Let's go and see if I can still cut around that way. Yep, looks like you can still cut through, so I'll cut through past the school and head down to Reddish Vale, see what's changed down there, if anything. I'm just going to say a massive thank you to everybody who's put such positive comments on my last video, my little ranty one, the last one before this. Yeah, everybody, like I say, I seem to attract beautiful positive souls onto my channel, and the odd not so nice one, but the more people there are like you in the world, the better place it's going to be. And I just appreciate every single one of you and all your nice comments. I just wanted to say that. It did say on the weather this morning it was supposed to be sunny, but it looks like it's going to rain or snow. It is cold. It feels like it's cold enough to snow. It was supposed to have been frosty this morning, but weren't too bad. So I don't know. It's definitely, the temperature dropped rather chilly. I was kind of glad I was in a nice warm flat last night. Me and Doug had a really good night's sleep. 8 hours I slept for. That drive must have pooped me out. Whilst I'm just making my way slowly down to Reddish Vale, because it's quite slippy on this little path, I've got a couple of thank yous. So buy me a coffee. I've got William Gresham, thank you so much. Super thanks. I've got George Askey, Jan Riley 8007 and Dean Roper again. Thank you so much, everybody. You're all so kind, keeping giving me these. And they are just going at the moment in gathering stuff together, ready for Europe. So my European electric adapter has been shipped, so it should be delivered to my mum's today or tomorrow. And I think the gas adapters are also out for delivery as well, so they should be here imminently. Then I'm going to nip up to Halfords and get myself one of those kits that's got the bulbs in it and the high vis and the warning triangle. I've got my stickers from the number plate. Then I've just got to, oh look at this, it's really slidey, need to be careful. Then I've just got to ring my breakdown and my insurance and make sure that I'm covered for abroad. And I've emailed about the animal health certificate for Doug. So I'm getting there slowly but surely. This is typical me. I thought I'll walk down this way for old time's sake. It was where I always used to bring the dogs of an evening, especially if it was nice and sunny, and let them run up here because she's separated from the road. Now just over there is the road and a pavement. But I've chosen to come this way. Typical. There we go, I'm out of the mud, onto the pavement. So I'm shortly about to be going onto the roady bit. Not that many cars usually come down here, to be fair. Way back when I was a kid, you used to be able to drive down here, but not recently. It's been quite a while this has been installed. You're not allowed to drive down this bit anymore. We used to come in my uncle's three-wheeler down here, and we always us kids called it the money box bridge, because in the middle it looks like a giant money box. I'll try and show you. There you go. I don't think that's what it's actually called, it was just what we used to call it when we were little. And then down here to the left is where we used to have fields which we kept our Shetland ponies on. That's all changed quite a lot. Certain times of the year when you walk down this road, all the baby frogs are migrating. You've got to be so careful, and it always makes me really sad, and I generally won't come down here at that time of year because there's loads of little squashed ones. Because it is just impossible not to stand on them. There's like millions of them going across the path everywhere. But yeah, I wouldn't come down here when they were migrating and moving, because it made me really sad to see all the squashed frogs. I used to come to Reddish Vale quite a lot, walk the dogs. Previous to that, when I was really young and I had the horses, I'd ride the horses down here quite a lot. Yeah, it's a really nice, like, little local nature reserve. And it's not absolutely massive. You've got little fishing lakes on with birds and stuff. It's lovely. I always loved bringing the dogs down here. It used to be like a a weekend thing. If the weather was lovely, I'd get up early, bring them down, and then come back and make breakfast. That was when they could do walks like this. Doug obviously has had his little bumble in Stockport this morning, and that's it, he's done for the day. He's snoring on the sofa next to my mum. She'll be snoring soon as well, I reckon. He used to love walking them down here on Christmas morning, because everybody with the dogs would come out, and the dogs would have the Christmas jumper on, and the people had the Christmas jumpers on, and everybody would say Merry Christmas. It's just really, really nice. It kind of, all these memories are just kind of coming back into my brain at the minute, just walking down here. It's feeling very wintry today though, and that wind is cold, properly bitterly cold. Definitely don't like we're going to get much sun. For the walkers amongst you, you've got the Trans-Pennine Trail in that direction. Actual Reddish Vale's just further down here. There's loads of places you can walk to from here. There you go. You can actually walk into the town centre from here, which I have done once or twice. Here we are, Reddish Vale Nature Reserve. So the visitor centre is just through there. It used to have some little interactive things in for kids, but obviously not sure about now. I think it'll be shut because of the winter. And then you've got these bits where you can get through with horses that way, pedestrians that way. We're going this way because that viaduct is just over here to the left, which is going to tell you the little story about. Got a little plaque here about the Trans-Pennine Trail, and then a little poem. Down a wandering path I have travelled, where the setting sun lies upon the ground. The tracks are hard and dry, smooth with weather's wear. My mind did move with them that had before me been, trodding down the ground, a track for me to follow. It's hard to read. Leaving marks for others, a sign for them to follow. That's by David Dudgeon. I've only ever been down here in the summer, and this path isn't muddy. It's always muddy. Now traditionally this path here to the right was the bridle path, and this was the main walkway for people, but people didn't really adhere to it. I don't think they've taken the signs down for the bridle path now. Tell you what I've noticed a lot, especially since coming back down from Scotland, is the amount of magpies. Didn't really see them in Scotland very often. It wasn't a bird that was quite common, but yeah, they're everywhere here. And then obviously the little magpie song goes through your head, and you think you're going to get bad luck. I didn't know this, I've seen it on a post the other day about magpies, that they actually hold a funeral when one of their family dies, because they live in little family groups and they're like quite loyal to each other. I think that's really sweet. I never knew that. Anyone who's ever been anywhere near Stockport will know the famous viaduct, but not all of you are aware about the little story about a witch which also goes with it. The story goes, when they were constructing this viaduct, there was a house, one small house in the way of construction, and they were trying to get a lonely old woman out of the house. She was by herself. She was a local Stockport witch, and she actually cursed the viaduct because they took her house and flattened it in order to make this. She cursed that if anyone stood and counted all of the archways, they would receive bad luck for the rest of their life. That's one of the local folklore tales from this area, and I did know that from when I was younger. And I have told that story before on this channel when I came down with my sister. And it was the first time I flew my drone. Second time I flew my drone after I left Stephen, and I flew it underneath. I was absolutely papping myself, but I did it. Ooh, it's pretty muddy down here. I don't think I'm going much further, do you? We did have a lot of rain yesterday. That's why it's muddy. I found a clear bit to get through. So this embankment used to be quite a lot more ground here. We'd swim the horses in here, and over there once a kid got stuck, and I had to take one of my horses across to try and rescue him. It took me absolutely ages to get her into the right position to try and get him on her back, and then he decided he was going to swim anyway. My sister used to have a pony, and if ever we brought him down onto the beach here, we'd have to chuck her off and take the saddle off, because as soon as his feet touched the sand, that was it, he was rolling. Didn't matter what were on his back. He was a right little case. He was called Benji. He was a little Shetland pony. Here is a prime example of how well my sister knows me. So I got to my mum's yesterday, it had peed down. I was talking to the mechanic for a while, so me and Doug got a bit wet. It was cold. My mum made me a sandwich and a cup of tea, and I was in a panic trying to get everything out the van because I was aware they were waiting for me. I got there, I was like, I've forgotten everything. I forgot my wash bag. I remember my contact lenses and my glasses, but I forgot my wash bag, I forgot my toothbrush, and I remembered everything of Doug's, just not me. So she said, I was in the cheap shop the other day and I was looking at the toothbrushes and I thought, I'm just going to buy an extra one. That's how well she knows me. She knew I would forget it. So she's had to give me a toothbrush, bless her, and I'm just using their stuff when I'm going for a shower and whatnot. I tell you what, these shoes have done some miles. They are starting to show their age a little bit now, but they've proper done me well. A couple of people have asked me where they were from. They're from a brand called La Sportiva, and you can get them online and in like outdoor shops and things like that, but they've been absolutely brilliant, really hard soled, really grippy. I don't particularly like wearing boots, although I know they are better for proper climbing, walking sort of thing. I just don't find boots very comfortable. I like to be able to move around more freely. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to get another pair of these at some point when I've got a bit more money. Because I would buy another pair. They're absolutely amazing. I've done a little loop walk around the back of the viaduct. So I'm going to go and see if any of the birds are on the ponds, and then probably start heading my way back because that wind's cold. It's actually taking my breath away a little bit. There's still people out walking and out with the kids, which is nice, and the sun is trying to come out. But yeah, it's bitterly, bitterly cold today. Really feels very wintry. I'm hoping my Amazon package will be delivered by the time I've walked back up, because I can go via the Amazon locker and then walk back to my mum's, but it doesn't look like it. It's just saying out for delivery. But I do have to take Doug to the vets at 3:45 for his rabies jab, so I've got to go back out anyway. It's been so nice spending some time with my mum and my sister. I'm looking forward to spending the day with my sister tomorrow, because she's obviously had to work today, and then me and my mum went to the hairdressers last night. Nothing done, just a cut for me, but my mum had her hair done, and it was nice to see my lovely hairdresser. I've not seen her for years. Yeah, so that was lovely. That's why I didn't record a lot yesterday when I got to my mum's. It was just a case of settling me and Doug in, unpacking, and my mum and my sister and me catching up, which was really nice. So I'm enjoying spending a bit of time with them. It's been really lovely. So here's the spot where everybody comes and feeds the birds. You can see them all hanging around waiting for a meal. And here is the visitor centre, another place which is closed. I'm pretty sure the toilets won't be open. Let's go and have a look. They are actually open. It's a miracle. I needed that. Don't know what it is about the cold, but it just makes me need to pee all the time. It's like it gets in my bladder and that's it, I've got to pee. So this is the woods I used to walk the dogs down. I'm just going to go and have a little look in. It's a really nice little loop walk, and you go like through all the, it's like wildflower gardens and stuff at the bottom. Obviously there's going to be no wildflowers this time of year, but yeah, I loved it down here with the dogs. They would always run and play in the river. It's got really nice memories of Daisy running around like a lunatic down here. I just had an email from Amazon, so my parcel is available to collect at the locker. So I will go via the Amazon locker and go and pick that up on my way back to my mum's. Just going to go and have a little look at the river and then head back up. The hill on the other side is a lot longer than this one, and obviously I've got to climb it, and I came down the other one, so see how my knee holds up. My ankle's starting to feel a lot better. Now my knee on the other side is buggered. Still a few leaves left on the trees down here. So we're going down into Sunnyside Woods. Just down the embankment there is the river, and that's where we used to let the dogs off. Come in here, let them off the lead, and they just go play and run wild. It was really lovely. It's a shame Doug can't do it anymore, but he is an old boy, he just can't do these walks. Now at one point I might bring the car down, park in the car park and bring him down here and see if he enjoys it as much as he did when he was little. So there's the river. It's actually quite high at the moment. When I used to bring the dogs down in the summer, there was loads of embankments so they could just go and play like little beachy ones. And then you can also walk along the other side of the river over there where those people are. My knee is a tiny bit achy and I am cold, so I'm going to head back now, pick up my parcel, go back and see what my mum's up to and whether she's snoring on the sofa or not. I see my little man. I kind of miss him when I'm not with him because I'm never really far away from him. So yeah, he's very attached to me. He was following me everywhere yesterday, bless him. But my mum used to look after him when I went on holiday, so he's quite used to being with my mum. So he settled quite well, and he was tired after his walk this morning, so he's just sleeping on the sofa. He wasn't worried when I left him. It was last night. I think he just has felt a little bit out of sorts because obviously we left Steve and Catherine behind, and he was quite settled travelling with them. Bless him, he's a good dog really. I used my new MacBook for the first time last night and I'm very impressed, I have to say. It's so much quicker than my old one. Yes, it's definitely was worth doing that because I could have got it prepared for less money, but then something else could have gone wrong with it. It's had water damage. You don't know what else has been damaged. So this is a new one and obviously I need it, so it's coming really useful. It's all set up all ready for me, and I did edit yesterday's video on it. So I'm going to go and pick up my SD card reader because I had to transfer the files via USB-C cable and it took ages. Yeah, SD card readers are definitely much quicker. I actually forgot this is here, but this is Sunnyside Pond. I've never seen it so green. It looks like you can walk on it, doesn't it? How crazy looking is that? I know the heron lives here. I've seen him quite a lot here. Look at that. That's crazy. It never used to be like that. So from Sunnyside Pond, I'm probably going to sign this video out. I've got Doug to take to the vets later. I don't want to film that. He gets a little bit distressed going to the vet, so he needs to have me fully focused on him in order to deal with that. And yeah, just spend the evening cozied up with my mum and my sister, which would be really, really nice. So I'm going to say thank you all so much for watching. Hello and welcome to all of my new subscribers. There seems to be a few of you. I hope you continue to follow me on this little journey as I get to Spain eventually after I've been up to the Highlands to sort my caravan out. And keep our fingers crossed that everything goes well with my van when it's being fixed on Saturday. Not fixed, but the belts are being done, and Matt did say he was going to have a good look over everything for me, my lovely mechanic. So yeah, he's really good, bless him. So I'll say thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next one, my lovely people. See you later.